So folks, the warm-up activation exercises, I was inspired and exposed to it by my good friend Jarmo Nazar. So Jarmo's a former IFBB pro, very close mate of mine based in LA now. I met Jarmo at this gym back in 96, 97 when he was in Australia for about 6 months. And again, formed a great friendship with Jarmo here out of a city gym, and Jarmo evolved after his bodybuilding. He picked up a lot of these techniques from a great strength coach in Arizona by the name of Mark Verstegen. So Jarmo added on to those. I've then added on to them as well, followed a bit of Ido Portal's movement training. So the squatting stuff I was doing was influenced by Ido Portal, and then my Arakan martial art as well. So a few warm-ups that I do for Arakan in there as well. So a great warm-up activation exercise to improve flexibility. But because it's dynamic, it makes you strong in a stretch position, which is very important for preventing injury. And most importantly, I'm warmed up and ready to go. I reckon I could jump straight in and squat. I could deadlift. I'm ready to go after that warm-up activation routine, which took about 10 minutes maximum. So if you want to improve your flexibility, improve your strength in a stretch position, learn how to warm up effectively, follow Jarmo Nazar at jamcoretraining.com, Mark Verstegen, Ido Portal, or just copy the exercise that I do and get flexible, get ready for your workout. So let's go train hammies and back. So you'll notice I'm doing hammies with back, hamstrings on back day. I've done this for many years for a couple of reasons. One is my back was always my strongest body part. So that was strong, my hammies were weak. So to work hammies first on back day, I'm prioritizing the hamstrings, number one. Number two, when you look at a movement like stiff-legged deadlifts or Romanian deadlifts, for the hamstrings, it's been the best hamstring builder in all of the exercises I've ever done. However, this movement hits the glutes heavily, hits the lower back, hits the traps as well. So, you can't discount the use of the back in this exercise. Your back gets used. The whole of your posterior chain gets used. So all of the muscles that you use through the back of your body is your posterior chain. They're muscles through the back of the body that help you propel forward. If you're an athlete, you know all about it. Being a sprinter or something like that, you know all about it. But it's such a great exercise to pack muscle on your hammies, and it will hit your glutes, it will hit your back. So it's a really great group of muscles to do together, is hamstrings and back. Just makes a lot of sense. You can't sort of use one without the other on a big compound movement like this. So doing both together is great. I do a bit of hamstring work on quad day as well. So my hammies being a little bit weak, they get hit directly once a week very hard, a little more indirectly on quad day as well. So they do get hit twice a week, once directly very hard and heavy, as you'll see today, and then a bit lighter on quad day. That's why I do them together. Been doing it for many years. It's helped bring my hamstrings up, and it allows me to do these big compound movements for the hammies and hit back at the same time. Not all, but most or many of the body parts I do, the final exercise that I do will be more of a stretch type movement. So the seated hamstring curl is a great finishing exercise for the hamstrings because it allows you to get a great stretch in the hamstring. So it's my choice to finish my hammy workout. So I do get that stretch, potentially stretch the fascia. However, I think that whole fascia thing, Perillo was big on it. He had the stretch type exercising for the fascia many decades ago actually. So I understood a lot about the fascia 3 decades ago when I read his articles. However, I think the deep tissue massage is the best for breaking up the adhesions of the fascia to the muscle and allowing them to move more freely, stretch, contract more freely, and give them potentially the room to grow. But still, doesn't hurt to finish with a stretch exercise to potentially stretch that fascia and give the muscle more room to grow. You see, Big Eli got the memo to wear his Gen-Tec t-shirt because the camera's in the house, and he even brought his shaker. I didn't tell him to do that, I just told him to wear the shirt. So he got sick of people talking to him, so he begged me for a t-shirt.
This gets the message across.
Yes, the message, yeah. So the finishing exercise for back today is hamstring pull down. So again, like the hamstrings, it's a great movement where you get a big stretch for the lats in particularly. So again, I love finishing with a stretch exercise or stretch type of movement, potentially stretching the fascia, improving flexibility. But if you can stretch that fascia, you give your muscles more room to grow. So, you know, it's theoretical. However, you might as well employ it. It certainly feels good to finish with a stretch position and a bit of volume as well. That's one way to boost the intensity is drop sets. I'll often finish with a drop set just to get everything out. Use up the last bit of energy, hammer the muscle, both in volume, intensity and in load. So I could have finished with just the 50 kilos per side for 8. But maybe I've got another 5 or 6 reps, I don't know. And then when you fatigue, same thing on any unilateral machine, bicep curls is a good one. When you do go to failure, you can then do one at a time. Probably find you get an extra couple of reps out per side. That's a wrap, hamstrings are back. That's how we do it, 17 and a bit weeks out of the Arnold Classic Australia 2019. Cheers guys. No, it's the TR3 banana.
That looks nice.
Only the best. Oh. Do you want to shout him one after? Charge him triple though.
Yeah.
That is good.